I'm your host, Adam Schumes. I have quite the show for you tonight, so just sit back, relax, and let's get right to it. But you want to know what also happened 35 years ago? Dane Anthony threw out the first pitch in Suns history. Tonight, he makes his return to Hagerstown. But you know, the Walkersville Lions wouldn't be anywhere without the support of their fans. Hey guys, why don't we give the Lions a warm welcome? You know, I'm standing here with my buddy, the Coyote, the Keys mascot. He's ready to go. I'm ready to go. Head out to Hagerstown and talk a little Suns, the first place Suns. How good does that sound? They clinched the division outright just days before the All-Star break in a sport that is populated by women.
I kind of ignore it. I mean, now I'm 26. I started twirling when I was 4.
One man is twirling among the rest.
I was 4 years old. You don't know the gender roles at that age. So I saw a girl twirling fire batons. I thought it was cool.
Are we doing 3 baton? My name's Jonathan Birkin.
Okay, and what's your rank?
I'm a baton twirler.
Probably affected me more like 7th, 8th grade. At that point, you know, I knew that I loved what I did.
As a male baton twirler, he shows you a different way of what twirling could be.
You may recognize him from appearing on America's Got Talent back in 2008.
All those kids who called you names can shove it.
America's Got Talent definitely had an impact on who I was as a person.
He was phenomenal.
I grew up very shy, and America's Got Talent brought me out of my shell.
Now 8 years later,
there have been ups and downs, and there's a lot of hard work.
Jonathan is just days away before heading off to Sweden to compete for Team USA in the World Baton Twirling Championships.
You have to work, and it has to come first.
Your exchange is really far forward.
If he finishes on the floor and walks off happy that he did it and proud of what he put on, I think that'd be fantastic.
While competing for the U.S. and Sweden, Jonathan wants his message to remain clear.
We do a lot of what we do because we love the sport.
Do it to make some sort of impact in society, because if not, it's fruitless.
Adam Schumes, WHAG Sports. Over the past couple months, we've watched the Linganore Lancer lacrosse team win game after game, all along the way to capturing the 3A, 2A state title. They're led by unsung hero Jordan Sawyer. The now sophomore was the first ever freshman to be named to the Lancers varsity team, and as photojournalist Brandon Rosa and I found out, he has been facing challenges as long as he can remember. Just about a month ago, we watched the Linganore Lancers lacrosse team capture the 3A, 2A state title. But little did we know that one of their star players has been facing challenges since the day he was born.
It's kind of hard for hearing because helmet on, sweat, and then kind of like my hearing aid turn off. But like I know, like I love the game, and it's not going to stop me.
Jordan was born without a metacarpal bone in his thumb, as well as a significant hearing loss.
Most of the physicians that we saw said that the best thing to do for him was to just have it removed, and he would be acclimated to going through life without a thumb on his right hand.
But that didn't stop the Sawyers. After countless discussions, they found Dr. Malcolm Lesavoy out of UCLA, who performed 3 surgeries on Jordan's hand from the time he was 4 till the time he was 8.
His first surgery was to have a piece of bone taken from his hip and fused into his hand to replace the missing bone from birth. He was 6 years old. They implanted an artificial joint into his hand, and at that time, Jordan was the youngest person to have that type of artificial joint placed into their hand. 2 years after that is when he had the tendon transfer done. They took a tendon from another digit in his hand and moved it over to his thumb to give him basic operation.
But that's not the only surgery that Jordan is going to need.
We're coming up on revisiting this because of the lifespan of the joint itself, and looking to further strengthen it and see what advances have been made to even help him out more.
Even with the upcoming surgery, Jordan will not let that hinder him from playing the sport he loves since he was 6 years old.
My ultimate goal is to go to college and play lacrosse. I want to be there one day. I want to be a great player in the NCAA, and it was always a dream of mine.
So now Jordan had to learn to adapt so he can become an effective lacrosse player.
With gloves, this is what my grip would look like. But without gloves, it's not very comfortable for me, and it's doesn't feel right. So I go like this with my index finger and my middle finger.
With hard work, determination, and the support of his teammates, Jordan found himself top 10 in the nation in assists.
If Jordan never took off his gloves, I would never have guessed he had problems with his hands because, he's found his own way of holding the stick.
A lot of my friends know, a lot of people in my school know, and they don't treat me any differently, and it just makes me work harder knowing that I have a disability.
The game has given so much more back to him as what's helped him develop as a young man, and knowing that he can overcome this with something that he loves so much, so that when he's challenged later in life, he'll be able to overcome those obstacles as well.
Adam Schumes, WHAG Sports. I'm Adam. Thanks for watching. Have a good night.